Welcome to this channel. This channel is for educations and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So in the previous YouTube, I share this. And after I share this YouTube, I got many messages from our Wing Chun friends, martial art friends, and have good discussions. Due to those discussions today, I like to share with you something most people in this world don't know on Chinese Kung Fu and Wing Chun. Now, I am sharing this today not to tell you that I am the supreme grandmaster, I always right. I'm sharing with you this today is to tell you that we humans live in a world that constant changes. We think differently, we live differently every 100 years or so. For example, in the industry revolutions, people live one way, people think one way, with one type of mindsets. Today, we are going into the artificial intelligence world. The mindset, the way of how we live, how we think, is not going to be the same with how those who live in the industrial revolutions do. So Chinese Kung Fu, the same. Wing Chun, the same. So I want to share with you this so that you see clearly what is going on here. Now, I'm saying this, not that, again, I'm the supreme grandmaster, but I'm lucky to live in this era of information age. I'm lucky to work in the Silicon Valley, have the luxury to get all the information, meet the people, have the time to sort out what is going on. So let's go for it. Now, in this YouTube, I post this. I said, the people are looking for the land of gold. I'm looking for the moon. So why go together? So in Wing Chun, there are people who look for gold, the land of gold. And there are people who looking for moon. And last time I said that the channel is for only for those who looking for moon. Because everybody is different. Everybody walk their path differently. Now let's focus on this moon. It's moon, okay? Last time I said, I shared that Bruce Lee said Wing Chun is land swimming. So according to the information today, or the data today, is that Wing Chun land swimming? Well, in this YouTube I share with you what is going on this land swimming. Now, another thing is, does Bruce Lee see Wing Chun as it is? Of course, Bruce Lee lived in the Wing Chun world of his time, the Kung Fu world of his time. But does Bruce Lee really see what is Wing Chun? So the Wing Chun he refer as land swimming, is that Wing Chun? That's a question. Now, also, what Bruce Lee say here in his interview on things being handed down hundreds of years and repeat, is that Wing Chun? Or there is something which is already changes? So let's get into this Moon stuff. This is in his Bruce Lee's movie. I think this is Enter of Dragon, right? He's teaching his junior. You want to look at the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger, or you will miss all the heavenly glory. So today, let's look into what is moon, what is fingers in Chinese Kung Fu, in Wing Chun. And what does Bruce Lee see? Is he see the moon Wing Chun or the finger Wing Chun? That is a difference. Now, on here, the finger pointing at the moon is a Zen saying, right? Don't miss the moon. There's a finger pointing at the moon. Don't miss the moon and focus on this finger. Then you get the entire things completely messed up. That's a Zen teaching. So as in this movie, say that you want to focus on the moon, don't concentrate on the finger or you miss all the heavenly glory. This movie has been here for 50 years. But after this YouTube today, you know that all Wing Chuners today is missing the moon. They thought finger is moon. So let's go. So the question asking here is about the whatever being handed down for hundreds of years. So we have to ask a question. What was handed out down and repeat? Now this is a repeat what is handed down here. As Bruce Lee said in his interview. So we want to ask a question. What was handed down and repeat? Is that moon, which is handed down, or finger? Well, in the reality, that is something called Chinese Kung Fu finger, and there is something called Chinese Kung Fu moon. We need to know the differences between finger and moon, Chinese Kung Fu. Chinese Kung Fu moon is the reality of human world, directions in the human world, is a continuous improvement, is an ultimate or non-limited growth. Continue growth. That is the Chinese Kung Fu moon, or the authentic Chinese Kung Fu. The Chinese Kung Fu finger is a tool used for pointing. or something people believe that they know it, it was handed down, and it was repeated. That is the Chinese Kung Fu Moon. Okay, now, so to summarize here first, before I give you one by one historical evidence and example, what are they? So after this video, you know exactly what went wrong, what is right or proper, and you can make corrections. At this instance, you no longer have to live like before. Cut it off if you like. Now you have the informations. Moon. The Kung Fu Moon is a Kung Fu skill or body-mind momentum skill development. It is about the reality of human world, directions of human world, how things place, continued improvement, unlimited growth. This is sometimes in the Chinese saying it is lively, alive art. Okay? Lively, alive art. In Mandarin, you say 活 功夫, 活 alive. Okay? Versus finger. Finger is what? Mimic movement, repeat techniques, Chinese saying, philosophy, concept. This is belongs to the finger, Chinese Kung Fu finger. This is a Dao dead art. In the Chinese, it's called 史功夫. Like switch a topic a little bit. Like, you know, everybody know this 站桩, right? Standing pose, right? You want to train internal 站桩. Do you know that 站桩 there is 活桩, the lively 桩, lively standing pose, and 死桩, dead standing pose? There are two types. Most people are doing dead standing pose today. So we need to know that this exists. I give you an example of this finger, Kung Fu, Chinese Kung Fu finger, which is 99% of Kung Fu today is like that. So this is 1930s. This book is written 1930s. At that time, in the market of Kung Fu, already that there are saying, teaching of which techniques is counter which techniques. When you fight who with what techniques, and they're going to fight you with what techniques. Okay? At this time, this Jing Yiming wrote this book, is saying that you have to be careful. Come on. That there is no such thing as which hand techniques defend from which hand techniques. 100 years ago, already, Chinese Kung Fu is filled with the mimic movement, repeat techniques, which hand technique, which posture, fighting which posture. Okay? Now, how about this? You're going to ask me, Hendrik, so how about this? Well, the Chinese Kung Fu Moon is based on, you can see today by evidence, is the teaching of General Qi Ji Guang. It tells you one always transform from one type of momentum to another type of momentum to defeat the opponent. You have so many categories of fighting. Long distance, close body, sticking at the body, going ground fighting, and you have momentum, power, strength, and movement. It's from Chi Chi Guang writing. And it is alive. Why is alive? As here it says that Ji Xiao refer to evidence-based and effective. Xing Shu refer to a book that keep pace with time. This is the book he wrote on the military training and the martial art training and armed combat training. Okay, keep pace with time. It is based on traditional method and is not restricted by traditional method. It's a reality of human world, direction, continuous improvement, unlimited growth. That is the life art. All those what hand techniques or something handed down 200 years ago by the old man, those are all Kung Fu finger. Those are not the art of the Chinese. Those are what was somehow the society of China, the era of China, have it in past 130 years, past 100 years. It's like this. So this is General Qi Ji Guang writing. It's not my writing. And over here, it talk about the, okay, one always transform from one type of momentum to another type of momentum to defeat opponent. One opponent momentum type could endlessly transform to other momentum. When the transformation of one type momentum to the other type momentum is unpredictable and subtle, and the opponent is unable to predict the trend of momentum transformation, that is superb. That is their level, their standard of fighting. And if you look at this based on that same writing, you know, how is that different with this, with the MMA thing? 460 years later. More is a lifestyle. It is a science, it's something you need to develop. Body and mind, momentum skill you need to develop. And here he said that one will not be able to respond to an unrecognized attack. A technique to be thunder-like, thunder sudden strike with speed that allow no time to cover one's ear. And here it said one need to have broad combat knowledge and keep learning. And the one who can predict the momentum trend win. That's why it is alive. It is keeping improvement. So this is the fighting, right? And then it say here, once you learn the skill, you must test your skill on your opponent. The goal of testing is to find out the cause of winning or losing, not to feel proud of your victory or shame on your defeat. You need to keeping testing it to check yourself. Otherwise, how can you know what you learn? Does it work or not? Is that reality or not? And then in the training, you see, for daily training, running is a must for every soldier. The standard is for one to be able to run 1 mile without become panting, like the ancient. The weight of the leg sent back in running training is gradually increased. 460 years ago, do you guys run today sprinting? to learn to train your MMA, train your Thai boxing. So it's all in this book. That is the Kung Fu Moon. Okay. Now you look into Bruce Lee versus Wing Chun Grandmaster. Bruce Lee is a person. Bruce Lee is the person looking for the moon. Now, he become who he is, go through a lot of hard work and hard life, difficult life. Nothing simple. Okay. And there's a reason why he is good, why he can see what other people cannot see. Now we look at Bruce Lee himself. Bruce Lee himself is and what we call the often archetypes. Often archetypes. Often archetypes closely related to the hero evoke powerful issue of abandonment and depravement and hope. Okay, so from Harry Potter to Little Orphan Annie. So if you look at Bruce Lee, the reason why he is who he is and he can see so many things is he is an orphan archetype. Orphan archetype is the person who be able to break through the tribe's mindset, the tribe's uh, blockage or trap. Why? Because the orphan actually was removed from, like, abandoned from the tribe. The orphan have to live, have to struggle to live. The orphan is not living in the cozy, warm environment where everybody, like a kid, when everybody take care of him, but no, put him out, and he have to survive. Look at this. About the Yip Man was forced to not teaching Bruce Lee because it was discovered that Bruce Lee wasn't pure Chinese. This was a big deal to many of Yip Man's more close-minded students, and Yip Man was forced to not teach Bruce Lee. Okay, and at the time, Yip Man is poor, and all this Chinese at that time is forcing Yip Man to not teaching him. You look at this, Bruce Lee, the Chinese community, when he come to America, the Chinese community issue an ultimatum to him to stop teaching non-Chinese people. When he refused to comply, he was challenged to combat match with the Jackman Wang. This is to show you Bruce Lee is not living in a cozy, warm environment. People actually pushing him out and it's bullying him. Well, of course, today everybody will bullshit that how they are nice to Bruce Lee, how Bruce Lee is Chinese, Kung Fu King, and blah, blah, blah. But at that time, by all this evidence, what do you think Bruce Lee go through? So he is like an orphan, you being thrown out from the tribe. Doesn't matter it's Wing Chun tribe or Kung Fu tribe. That's why he can empathy with all other races because he go through all the suffering. And well, on this kind of thing, this wasn't pure Chinese thing. It's actually the thinking of the Qing dynasty. Remember the Westerner is in China, Qing dynasty, and the Qing is uh, keeping one to fighting, like the boxer librarian. And this is like in the snake crane riding, Wing Chun riding. It tell you about loving your country. You learn this Wing Chun, you love your country. You don't teach the foreigner. Foreigner here is, or the barbarian, the Westerner. That is the poison. And later you see, even in this is Yip Man school, the rule of conduct is still say, love your country. Or I say, love your country here. So this is the same type of the end period of Qing dynasty thinking. They hate the Westerner. Of course, that is not the type of people like the anti-Qing, like the real anti-Qing people, the like in America, the Chinese Freemasons, right? We come to America. The if you look at it, the anti-Qing, the Chinese Freemason, they don't discriminate. They don't do those kind of stuff. It is the Qing at the end of the Qing dynasty before, that's why with this mentality, they evoke that boxer librarian to make war, wage war with the Westerner and the Japanese. That type of mentality is not closed mentality, is the mentality of that era in China. So your Wing Chun, by history, last time I shared with you on this YouTube, I said that my my there is my podcast you can watch. Sorry for this. Okay, so it's in over in this YouTube. You can watch my podcast, which is within this YouTube on the history of Wing Chun. So whatever the Wing Chun today is based on those type of mentality, the end of the Qing dynasty mentality. Now again, we are not condemning who right or wrong, but no, as if you live in the industrial revolution, you live that way. If you live in today AI world, you do live a different way. Okay. However, Bruce Lee suffer because he's a victim. Okay, he's not treated fairly. Now, chasing finger. Well, Bruce Lee is also doing the Xiu Lim Tao form. Remember? What do you do in your finger stuff? Mimic movement. You practice your Xiu Lim Tao form, your mimic movement. So when Bruce Lee said, "Oh, thing which is handed down from the old man for 100 years, and you repeat it, and you never grow, you never learn," he is referred to that thing. He's referred to this chasing finger. Instead of looking at the moon, chasing finger. Okay? However, so first he's an orphan archetype when nobody really care that he was put aside. He's not in the tribe, not in the middle of the tribe, so he have to survive. The second, he is in the finger chasing, doing 修炼桃 like everybody, doing your chi sao, and you have all the rooftop fighting and all whatever story. Now something happened, and that is the fight with the Wong Jackman. The fight with the Wong Jackman. This fight disappointed the orphans and awakened the orphan, saying that this thing doesn't work. Remember, he's an orphan archetype. He don't live within the tribe. He's out here, and now he's testing out, and he see that, man, this thing doesn't work. What I learned, all those finger Wing Chun stuff never works properly. Frustrated. There is an enlightenment. In the Zen, when people break out into enlightenment, that's how it feels. So sometimes the teacher in the Zen, this is the Zen teaching, the teacher push you to the edge, push you to the edge that you turn around and you see, how the hell I should think this way? I don't have to think this way. I don't have to follow this. I don't have to obey this. That is this thing. So actually, Bruce Lee has to thank Wong Jackman. And this is the catalyst to actually push Bruce Lee out of the Wing Chun tribe or the Kung Fu tribe completely. And that is causing him to leave Wing Chun and searching for the moon. Or else, when everybody in Kung Fu look at their finger, never see the moon, looking this finger, this finger, this finger, this finger, this Wing Chun finger, this old man passed down 300 years, 200 years, whatever. Everybody is joining my club. Everybody inside there and having the boasting of what your Hong Kong rooftop fighting and blah, blah, blah. But now you're in America, you see it doesn't work. It never works. So he leave Wing Chun, he search for the moon. That's why he study all other martial arts. Now, the issue here is the Chinese Kung Fu, including Wing Chun, is so corrupted. The Chinese history, for all the reason, Bruce Lee, until his passing, he don't know about Chi Chi Guang. He don't know about this thing exists. He don't know about this thing exists. He's a smart guy. It's about karma. It's about fate that he don't meet it. He don't see it. Now, that's why he's on his own now. He worked hard. And he see the moon. He see the heavenly glory. You think he is playing movie here when he wrote those scripts? No, he is sharing with you his experience. But how many of his students be able to see that? They can't. Why? Because they are not the orphan archetype. They are not being pushed to the edge. Like Bruce Lee hurt himself. He had to heal himself. You know how hard it is? Every steps, you put your life behind it. So he sees his moon, heaven glory. Now, he went back to Hong Kong prior to his Jeet Kune Do founding, 1965. You can watch this. This is a very good YouTube from Stephen Au. I hope that people translate this, have English subtitle, so you can see more. So Bruce Lee went back there to have a Chinese Kung Fu discussions, like forum, everything. It ended up only one guy participate, who is his teacher, who is Stephen Au's teacher, who is a reporter. Because the reporter have to report, and his Stephen Au's teacher is also a martial artist. Of course, he know Bruce Lee is the real deal. But there's only one guy show up, which is him, the reporter. And so this reporter, who is Stephen Au's teacher, later have wrote this article on what happened that day. Well, at that time, even though he see the moon, the heavenly glory, he don't have the fame, he don't have the big movie stars title. So he have this kung fu discussions, meeting, nobody attend. Well, guess what? If after he is after Bruce is a superstar, when he won a meeting like that, how many people show up? That's the reality. That's why I said he is an orphan archetype. He's a hero because he have to go through this. Of course, people remember him. People who really know what the heck's going on. But most of the world, come on, it's just ass kissing or using Bruce Lee for make money. What else? Do you see when he suffer? So then he expressed his insight, experience with Jeet Kune Do. Well, can anybody learn Jeet Kune Do? No. Because if you try to learn Jeet Kune Do, you will be repeat this again, like repeating whatever 100 years ago. So this is exactly over here, like Bruce Lee said, you need to see the moon, not concentrate on my finger. Right? Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all the heavenly glory. How many people see and understand what he's saying? Hope that today you understand what is going on now. Do you see the Kung Fu moon or you see the Kung Fu fingers? You think Bruce Lee is easy to get that far? So as in Zen, a teacher, a student cannot just repeat the teaching, recite the Buddha Sutra, or repeat what the Sifu said or meditation and you become enlightenment. You cannot. The Zen is you have to go through that. You have to go break the entire thing. You no longer within that tribal belief. Oh, my Sifu is grandmaster. According to his grandmaster, blah, blah, blah. You living like in a religion, you wrap inside there, you over. But Bruce Lee, you know he's being putting outside, kick him outside, he's in the cold, and then this Jackman Wong issue come up, the entire thing break apart as then saying that the the world broken apart, then you see the emptiness. Then you see, oh, it's just this. But until then, you're just following fingers. This is very important. If you want to a grandmaster, you have to go through that. And not all of us can be like that. Okay? I'm just lucky. That's why I said I live in Silicon Valley. I have no idea what all this. I just go asking this teacher, what is this? Get smacked in the head. Say, hey, are you stupid? Think this way. Think that way. And then say, oh, no, I know. What is this? This data, this. Okay? So because I'm lucky, you guys can be lucky today. Now you know what it takes. Looking at the Wing Chun and Wing Chun Grandmaster for past 130 years, what did they do? They're chasing finger. This is from who? This is from the Jisim Mui. Secret art. You do Xiu Lim Tao long enough, you get all their magic power. When Bruce Lee is disappointed and awakened by Wong Jet Man fight, the Wing Chuners is living in their cozy enlightenment. I live in this lineage. When people say, hey, we don't do this thing this way. Why do you do this thing this way? And you say, hey, every lineage do thing different way. So they are using Bruce Lee when Bruce Lee is famous, using hearsay movies to further boost their finger chasing belief. We do Tan Sao this way, not this way, because our lineage is doing that way. How dare you tell me this is wrong? How dare you tell me it is wrong that to always put your weight behind? It's because you don't know Wing Chun. Well, that's exactly when you live here. Okay? And then continue on because they are finger chasing belief. They still doing their Xiu Lim Tao whatever, and then adapting to Tai Chi, this super fudging. Or then somebody go doing Western boxing a little bit, and then BJJ and MMA so they can beat their student or they join the competition. Can people see it? Sure. If people don't see it, why is that so many people say that Wing Chun is from boxing, Western boxing? Look at those legends. Why? Because it's that those guys who do their so-called Wing Chun is actually doing a little bit here, Western boxing and there. So they are doing their Xiu Lim Tao set, their Cham Kiu whatever, their Chi Sao whatever. They add in something like that in their fighting. Then there's their Wing Chun. While over here, Bruce Lee leave Wing Chun. Completely, I'm out. Because you see that I don't want to be in this finger Wing Chun tribe. No point. It doesn't work. This is America. I prove it doesn't work. And then when Bruce Lee working so hard to see the moon and heavenly glory, these people still trapped in their finger all the time, don't realize they never know what Bruce Lee said. And never see the moon. They keeping talking about Bruce Lee this, Bruce Lee that, but they never see it. They just can continue doing their finger stuff. So finally, Bruce Lee expressed his inside experience with Jeet Kune Do. But these people, all these grandmasters, create their own Wing Chun, living in their same old Wing Chun paradigm. You do Tan Sao this way, I do Tan Sao this way. You do the Sanpan this way? I add in a jab of a Western boxing. It's my Wing Chun. Who is going to say? So for hundreds of years, it never lived. The Chinese Kung Fu finger domain, which is recorded, it exists even at 100 years ago. And of course, along we can check things. We can screen whatever is violating this Qi Ji Guang teaching, you know is bad deal. Like you do push hand, you expect to fight General Qi Ji Guang's army 460 years ago who have to run 1 mile and practice all those things. You practice your Xiu Lim Tao, you can do that. So Bruce is a great guy, but not everybody can go through what Bruce Lee go through. Of course, everybody thinking, oh, to have the fame, have the title is good, is great. But as I say, as I share, Bruce is shooting for the moon, not looking for the land of gold. That's why he see it. He see the heavenly glory, and he tried to express it, but people don't understand why, because they're living in the tribe called Wing Chun, cozy and warm. Even Xi Xiaodong go critic you left and right, up and down, you still living in that cozy place. That's what happened. Nobody can change that. You might hate me to say this, but that's what the reality. Who are you going to kidding? Okay. So these all have history and have all those details. Now let's go for Wing Chun fingers and Wing Chun moon. So here on, you know what are they? This is Wing Chun finger. Okay. I need to change a new Mac, I think. So where is it? I miss it. Man. Okay, no worry. I just share with you here. This is Wing Chun finger. Whatever you see on the movie, this hand techniques, that hand techniques, like in all the Yip Man movie, those are all fingers. Okay? If you look at this, just this, like there are so many people copying my Wing Chun 1850 Xiu Lim Tao and teaching to their student or have online class, those are Wing Chun fingers. This is Wing Chun finger too. This is also Wing Chun fingers. This writing of Wing Chun 1850, the entire thing. is also Wing Chun finger if you don't know how to read them, how to decode them. So this is Wing Chun finger, 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 finger. So as what I said, people can copy me and open an online school and try to say, oh, this is their interpretations. All of these are Wing Chun fingers. So what is Wing Chun Moon? What is the Wing Chun Moon? From this, which is describing this 1850s Shu Lim Pao, you have to see this. This is the moon. It's within here, the moon. You see that? This is your what? Isn't that this is your Guan Sao style? You have to see this, the close body fighting, your footwork handling for your momentum change, your different type of training, your breathing training, including your, the Xing Qi to Dan Tian, the Xing Qi to Dan Tian, okay? All the Qi stuff, okay? So this is saying that at breathing, at exhale, because the chest cavity and the internal pressure, the qi is flowing down from in this meridian, this channel down to Dantian. Those are part of the moon. By today's science, we know what it is, right? It tells you about the intra-abdominal pressure and the thoracic cavity and your abdominal cavity because of the change of this while you exhale. So your qi flowing down. And of course, all of this conditioning, the strengthening, the fitness, the nourishing today in America, we can map it here if you develop the skill or not. So this is the moon. The momentum type, the body condition. This is echoing or following the teaching of our general Qi Ji Guang. Following the teaching of general Qi Ji Guang. It just have a different style or different path, route, different style, different path and route. However, it still follow the same with the general Qi Ji Guang. Momentum, momentum, momentum. You have to train. You have to keeping evolve. You have to condition your body, develop your body. Same thing. So if you just take this thing and you recite it and you show people, those are just finger. What you want to really see is this within it. You see what is within it. You see this training. You see all this thing. You be able to scientifically even today show it. Unless you get there, you are doing fingers Wing Chun. So what Bruce Lee talked about here, the land swimming, the whatever hand down, repeat, those are referred to the Chinese Kung Fu finger or the Wing Chun finger. It's not the moon. Bruce have not seen the real Wing Chun, have not seen this. And it is very sad that 60 years ago, okay? And today, based on this, based on this and this, the writing and the sets, any person who claim that they have studied and proficiency and have be able to handle the Wing Chun 1850. It's not about repeating this thing or showing you this and then have their all kinds of talk. No, it's about this momentum handling, and it's about this, and is you need to be able to show it scientifically. And of course, you can keep growing because this is momentum stuff. Nobody say that you stop here. Tomorrow you might add another BJJ move here. Nobody say you have to stop here. You say following the natural, following the, it keeping telling you, following the natural, following the natural. What is natural? Natural is grow. So from Qi Ji Guang, the Shaolin, the real Shaolin, and to the Wing Chun 1850, that is the moon. That's how it is. It never, they are all in the same directions. So Bruce is in the same direction. The issue is Bruce is very sad that he don't see all this Kung Fu Moon stuff. So he have to develop his own. You know how tough it is? You know how tough it is that he have to do it? Put his life on stake, on the line. That's why last YouTube I say he damaged his body because he don't have this part. Because he don't know this part, the chi nourishing part. And we can prove it today with this, which is the chi, and with this. Well, from 1850, from 1850 to today, do we grow? Sure. You don't have this in 1850. You don't have this kind of anatomy. You don't have this in 1850 Wing Chun, but you have it today. Is it not allowed? No. It must have to be done this way. It's like Chi Chi Guang said, you have to be, you have to be watch out for what the Chinese writing. This is asking me to buy a new iPad, the 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 Macintosh. You see this? 绩效 refer to evidence-based and effective. 新书 refer to a book that keep pace with time, keep pace with time. It is based on traditional method and it's not restricted by traditional method. That's why you need this. You need this. You're keeping progress. And as what I say over here, who say that it has to be like that? As this is keeping growing. I can add in, instead of shoot in, I can add in with a Kyokushin low kick, which is usually I do before, using the Kyokushin low kick, low roundhouse kick to get in close. You can do that. You can use a BJJ entry to take him down. Nothing wrong with that. You need to grow, but you never leave that because this is a short strike art. We know this, we never leave this. So again, as what the Chi Guang said, it is based on traditional method and it is not restricted by traditional method. That is the moon. So this is the story, the real incident of Chinese Kung Fu and Wing Chun. With that, you can predict what is the future.